This is Cardinal Official, a.k.a. Celebrity Face. You already know what it is, the best in the hip-hop biz. And right about now, you are watching Fuse On Demand. Get it when you want it.
Get your chain took in. I may do it myself, I'm so Brooklyn. I know we facing a recession, but the music y'all making gon' make it the Great Depression.
One of the things that I like the way you're coming out right now with Off That and D.O.A, you're kind of bossy. You're kind of like, telling people, this is what you should do, this is what you should not do. You kind of like, I'm on the throne and I'm telling you, you're messing up, this is how you do it.
I think anyone at the forefront of music or anything should push. I mean, if you care about it, right? If you don't care about it, just take the money, keep it, and don't say anything to anybody, and just watch everybody just, do whatever. But I think as a person in the forefront, you have the responsibility to leave it better than how you got it. That's just me pretty much, getting guys to think about the things they do. Guys having YouTube beef, and it's like, what is that? That's just ridiculous. Like, what is that? Who does that? If anything happens, you're going to jail. So when you start seeing stuff like that, you can do two things. You can say, let them guys just make mistakes and just kill each other. Or you can say, yo, don't do that, man.
Talk to me about Reminder, because they're saying you responded to this one and that one, and I'm like, why is Jordan responding to the guy on the bench?
I almost took that album, that record off the album because of that specific reason. Because I was reading a book the other day, and it was the lines that was blaring to me. It said, the truth needs no explanation. And I was like, man, if I would have read that 2 days before, you would have never heard it. But, sometimes, you have to be human, and you have to, sometimes you want to scream. And that was almost me screaming, like, are you kidding me? Like, who are you guys talking to? Like, what have you done to even have an opinion on what I've been doing? Like, you're not even, you don't even have an opinion, not alone, you're not even close. Forget about close. You've done nothing to even have an opinion.
Begin. This is anti-auto-tune, death for the ringtone. This ain't for iTunes, this ain't for sing-along.
Death of Auto-Tune, one of the songs of the year. But why'd you want to set it on Auto-Tune? Was there a song that made you say, you know what? I gotta do something about this. I'm mad about this.
It was more so where the direction.
Because it's an angry record.
Yeah. It's more so the direction of where everything was going, and you had to really. On one hand, I understood why everybody was doing auto-tune, right?
Why were they doing it?
Because that's what the popular thing on radio was. And you're not selling any records in this day and age if you're not on radio. So everyone was trying to fit into this narrow place. So everyone was making the same exact music, and it was all sounding the same. But they were making it because they were afraid. Before, Redman could come out with an album, not have a record on top 100, anything, sell 500,000 records and be a gold artist consistently.
And sound like however he want to sound, not copy the sound.
Exactly.
I crushed the whole brain frame because you couldn't maintain the funk, the heavy rap style for lunch.
These days with the internet and how, the music sales decline, and that's not happening. Right. So now everyone has to try to get the biggest audiences they can to put themselves in the best position to sell records. So
Which nobody's really doing.
Exactly. So on that side, I understand it a bit. But artistically and where we're going to go musically, at the end of the day, we all going to have one album, everything's going to sound the same, then people are going to turn away from hip-hop. Because that's what happened with rock music. When the headbands invaded and everyone was sounding the same and looking crazy, with big hair and tight spandex, and then hip-hop came in with this defiance and saying something different and saying, this is what we do. Right. And hip-hop took over music. So if we continue to do that type of music, then we're gonna leave a big gap for another genre of music. And I just was in Brooklyn yesterday watching the indie bands and watching the Grizzly Bear perform, and they was just destroying things. And I was like, this is it. This is what's gonna happen, because this is an unannounced show, 12,000 people. This is happening. The indie rock scene right now is in a great place. I enjoy watching that right now more than hip hop. I know that's gonna be like one of those things like Kanye saying he don't play hip hop in his house, but it's just true.